What's going on, YouTube? It's Demigod here from Team Mindset, and I just want to show you guys the deck I want to bring for Duluth and the future, for the future of this format until like the next ban list, I guess, whatever that is, because we probably never get a ban list, and also show you like the lines of a basic hand like we're looking at right now. Honestly, I think this deck will be really nice. K9 Vanquish Souls. Probably should have said that in the very beginning, but hey, don't have a script, so I'm just kind of rolling with it. This deck is really good because there's gonna be a lot of Dragon Tails roaming around, and I mean a lot of it, because it's becoming more popular. And this deck has a 50-50 percentage matchups against Yummy Mitsu. And it has a slightly tough matchup against Yummy because, of course, pure Yummy. Because the only thing that really activates from hand is basically Marshmallow. And if I'm playing against a smart Yummy player, they're going to probably activate the Marshmallow last, which would be kind of rough if they do that. If they kind of just outright activate Marshmallow from the very beginning, we have advantage. But I think this will be a really nice, because it's also versatile against like rogue decks too, and it doesn't have like an inherent weakness. Like for example, before the E ban list, Dragato had D barrier, for Yamamitsu to shut down either synchros or rituals. Sure, Droll hurts this deck, but like to an extent, and it also depends on how we start. If we start off with like, I don't know, let's say like Mad Love, Droll definitely does hurt us. But if we have Sue and a fire in our hand, we're kind of fine, because Sue becomes a pseudo searcher. You can just go Sue, special summon whatever we want from deck. Either use it as a link material for rock and then grab it back, or we can use whatever must be summoned for the next turn, like Borger, for example. We could just use Borger the next turn to draw one. Jiaolong, if we have two fires at hand, to search. Or if we're really feeling really frisky, we just go like Caesar, pop, which is actually pretty nice. K9 cards is also really good, because if your opponent activates hand traps, it lets this card goes off. You can spell summon Lupus, go whatever rank 5, pop up from there. So if your opponent uses hand traps, you can easily punish them. It's really, really good. But enough of my yapping. We're gonna like do example list. For example, if we start off with just Noroi, it's really good because this is our starter, which is a very perfect like hand, because we have fire, dark, and earth attributes. But I'm gonna start off with Noroi because it's also a hand trap bait. Because look at our hand. If this gets ashed and perm, that's fine. Because if we get ashed, we got Izuna. If we get impermed, that's also fine. We'll just keep this on board and just go like this. Effective Sue. Special that out. And then go effective Sue to summon Raisin, because that's actually our greatest searcher. Or if you feel like they probably don't have Droll, you can go Mad Love, but I feel like Raisin would be a lot better, because if they Droll you right there, you can still combo off. You can still keep going, because that way, since they activated hand traps, you do have this. You still have attributes. You still have Sue. You have Raisin. You're gonna send off for rocks, and you go like Izuna, special summon Lupus. What I would recommend is you can summon the Lupus, and you can use the Izuna and Noroi to overlay to go into, for example, like Ripper for negate, or Nash Knight, into Nash Knight, into Chaos Nash Knight, into Umbral Horror, if you really want to do that. But it's all up to you, depending on how you feel what the matchup will be. But let's just say that there's no disruptions whatsoever. We can just go normal summon Nora. We go into my favorite Jokel. This is actually really important because here your opponent is going to assume you're going to immediately activate Jokel, but here we actually don't, because the reason why we don't do that is because they might have draw. If we do Jokel search, they draw us, and say like we don't have Izuna in our hand, because we're just gonna pretend like these are just like bricks, like half bricks or cards that we can't really use. If you do this, get rolled, and you don't have any like follow up, you're kind of screwed. So whatever you do not, and I mean whatsoever, do not activate Jokel right away unless you know they have draw. That's why if you go Noroi and they stop you, sometimes you can use Noroi, or you can just go to just overlay into Ripper, and you always want to go into Ripper, and then you can go Ripper effect to this. We're gonna go into Lantern. Now, if they draw us, we could easily negate. If they're also holding on to like Nib, it's perfectly fine as well. So this is fine. And then we go Lantern target. Let's put some of these two. We go Lantern. We'll grab Case. Is our searcher? Go Case. Grab Jokel. Now, this is great because we have random level 5s in our hand. The reason why it is a little risky to do no Jokel effect at the beginning of the combo is because if you don't have another level 5, you kind of have to force yourself. Don't fall. You kind of have to force yourself to use Ripper as a body for the future card that's going to come up later on here. So, but we're just going to continue doing this. Since I have another level 5, we go Jokel, supposed to be these two. And then we go Izuna to send a Lupus. It's very important for our disruptions, extending, whatever it may be in your next turn. Then this, before we go link it off, we're gonna do Noroi to hand check, and then check the hand. If it's dangerous, it depends on how we're gonna do this, because if we know it's dangerous and risky to continue the next card that I'm about to show you in just a little bit, do something else. Like use these and go into Nash Knight, Umbral Horror, or you can link it off into SBLO Knight. Sometimes you don't really have to do that, but in this case here, we're just gonna go into our boy that you probably saw me flash through it, Saruja. And then we go Saruja, that makes you draw, since you use 4 bodies, you can draw 4. This is actually our Vanquish bridge. This is a very sad draw 4. I'm not gonna lie, because we don't have any Vanquish cards drawn, but that's fine. It's just practice. But if something in case like this happens, you kind of just have to roll with it. And I mean, really, just roll with it. You gotta, if your hand looks like this with Vanquish cards, just adjust yourself accordingly to have specific attributes like this, because you don't really need these cards. These cards are practically useless for the next turn, and my next turn, I mean your opponent's turn. So you just put these at the bottom, And then since you have Sue, you just go Sue effect, reveal Xiaolong. Don't use Xiaolong effect. I know Master Duel people just go like click. But anyways, we'll go effective Sue. Special. We're going to special our famous boy. Raisin. And then we're going to effect the Raisin special. I mean, not special. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. But, and then we can go Saryuja effect to special. And then Mad Love to grab Field Spell. Now, mind you, I am not running the Trap in main deck because I feel like it's actually absolute brick. Where you're going second. If you're going first, it's fucking amazing. But if you're going second, I just don't want to see that card in my hand. I kind of want to see gas and like cards that I can punish my opponent for. And then we could just go here. Did this. And then of course this will just give it 300 anytime you summon something in its arrows. This we'll go raise rock, grab this. Then go this into start. We'll go start target Mad Love to grab our Caesar. This is very interesting. We can actually go Borger to go here to make sure that they don't like get rid of Sue right away next turn. And then we can go. Oh wait, whoops! I just realized we don't have a dark in our hand, so my apologies. This is one of the things you have to remember because what I just did, make sure that you don't do. Make sure that you keep your important attribute ratios in your hand. Make sure that you have all of one of each attributes in your hand. So you could just go Borger, target, bounce, and then we go effect, field Mad Love, draw one, we'll just draw a brick. Well, I guess it's perfect. If they get rid of this, it's fine. This here. If you feel like that you might get hit by talents and you know that you have another suit, but unfortunately your opponent might notice that, like you just do this. Because the reason why I did that, Saryuja has an arrow pointing up, so if they summon another monster right here, it triggers it, and it also triggers talents, which is something that you don't want to do. But that's basically the basics of how I play Vanquish, and I'm also going to post this video on like my little personal channel, outside of the team channel. Whoever sees this, if you have made it this far, I am happy that you listen to my yapping and like watch me like shuffle and explain certain things. I really feel like that this deck is going to do amazing, and I'm definitely gonna probably bring this. I know I said definitely, probably. Bring this for Richmond because I feel like this deck is just versatile against the burst protocol format, because we're going to face against more Dragotail cards. We're going to face against more branded versions because the new branded cards is actually pretty busted. People say Killer Tune is going to be amazing, and I feel like it's not. It's not that great. It's like really xenophobic, and of course we're going to be playing against more Yummy Mitsu. The deck is just phenomenally strong. Trying to think what other decks that will be out there. Of course, there's going to be mirror matches, so that's why I kind of cater my side deck, which I'm going to keep a little secret. But enough of my yappings. I really do appreciate you guys watching this, and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.